What's up, everyone? It's day 6 in the Big Brother 23 house, and the veto ceremony is yet to take place, but we've got lots to talk about in regards to it and what's going to be happening and the implications it's going to have on the house, because if we know anything this week so far, it's that nothing is straightforward, and in Big Brother we have to expect the unexpected. So welcome to your live feed update. We start the day with Frenchie telling Alyssa that Kyland is, well, the plan for the veto is obviously Frenchie does not hold the power, it's Derek X who's got the veto, but he was saying that the plan is for Kyland to come down off the block and Travis to go up on the block and out the door. Now, okay, on the face value of everything, it looks like that could happen. Usually in Big Brother, the plan is, yes, we pull this person down, put this person up, and they go out the door. But of course, we know that that's not the case, because Alyssa could end up going out the door. Seriously, there's so much that can happen after a veto ceremony. When the nominees are locked, yes, we are likely going to see Alyssa and Travis as the final nominees of the week on the block, but that doesn't mean that Alyssa's staying in the house, because all it takes is one person going, I've got an idea, and they pull one person in and say, maybe, just maybe we take out Alyssa this week, and then somebody goes, dude, I was thinking exactly the same, then they bring in a couple more people, and before you know it, they've got 7 votes and Alyssa's heading out the door on a blind side, and that is why we love Big Brother. But as of right now, it is looking like Travis is going to be the replacement nominee if DX uses the veto, which he is likely going to do to pull Kyland down. Frenchie will put Travis up. Christian disclosed to Derek F that Frenchie had approached Christian for a final 2 deal, and Christian had said, look, I'll go along with it, and he said yes, but he told Derek F that it means nothing to him. The only final 2 deal that means anything to him is actually the one with Derek F. I, as a viewer, don't know if there's any truth to that. I kind of feel like Christian has definitely got other people in mind that he would rather go to the end with than Derek F. I'm sure it's a convenience right now for a couple of weeks, but I'm sure Christian definitely has people to prioritise over Derek F to take to the end. I mean, they barely hang out, and I know that's a sort of like a not a great end, because I mean, if you look at Big Brother 3, Jason and Danielle, they ran the house. They were never really sort of seen with each other because that was their tactic. But I am not going to be to be totally truthful, Jason and Danielle are nowhere near the same caliber of Christian and Derek F, so I just think because they don't hang out that much, and you wouldn't necessarily put the two of them together as people in the house who would hang out together, because Christian's more, one of the bros. I think it's unlikely that that's going to be a final 2 deal that sticks. However, it will help them for a couple of weeks, but probably not much more than that. Speaking of Danielle Reyes, this isn't an update, but I just wanted to cast an opinion on Tiffany in the game right now, because I think she's playing an incredible game, and I just wanted to highlight out the fact that I'm getting serious Danielle Reyes vibes from her. She is making sure that every single social situation she walks into, she is not necessarily interjecting herself into where she becomes the centre of attention. She joins a situation and she is automatically that person that everybody loves having around them. She is the one who is making everyone laugh. She is telling the funny stories. She's doing the impressions. People want to hear what she has to say, and the older house guest never, ever, ever becomes that in Big Brother. So I'm extremely impressed with Tiffany, and she's doing it for her family, just like Danielle Reyes was doing, just socially extremely, extremely well. And she knows the game as well. Just little subtle things, like she'll, when she's talking to other people, she'll pretend she can't remember certain people's names when she is really, really tight with them, and it's just thrown people off the scent. That is Danielle Reyes level shit, guys, to be honest. Excuse my language, but it's like, I think we've got a lot of potential coming from Tiffany, and I'm very excited to see how far she can make it, and I hope it is far. Once again, Frenchie's HOH reign shows madness as he talks to Travis and says, can you try and persuade Derek X to not use the power of veto? Which is an interesting take, because, obviously he's kind of having Travis's back there in a way, where he's sort of saying, look, because I don't know if Travis has caught wind yet of the fact that he is going to be the replacement nominee, but obviously he's saving Travis's ass if he gets him to not use the veto. But at the same time, imagine the amount of people he's annoying by, if Alyssa and Kyland stay on the block, where he's literally said, guys, you are not the target, I'm putting somebody else up, this big fish is going to go up and going to go out the door. He's going to have everybody against him, and I think in his head maybe Frenchie thinks that it won't trace back to him, but all it takes is someone to say, Travis, why did you do that to DX? Why did you tell him not to use the veto? And then he'll say, Frenchie told me to do it, and then it all traces back. It's like a crime. You just got to piece the puzzle pieces together, and then boom, you've got your culprit. And the culprit this week is obviously Mr. Frenchie. So it's so obvious. But I think at this rate, even though DX and Travis are tight, I still think DX realizes that if he doesn't use the veto on Kyland, then he'll burn more bridges than he would by not using the veto. Now, whilst it's safe to say Frenchie has been on a power trip this week, it's safe also to say that Brent has jumped on board of this power trip and the power is going to his head. He somehow got HOH-itis without even being the HOH. So that's very interesting to see. I think Brent is realising now that he's tight with Frenchie, he just feels like he's exercising his power, and they're sat on the balcony overlooking all their minions and peasants of the kingdom, and they think that they're running the show. When realistically, you know, after the veto ceremony's happened, the HOH is basically powerless for the rest of the week unless there's a tie vote on eviction night. And you know, it's only every other week that it can be a tie vote because of the odd or even amount of people that are voting. So it's very, very soon Frenchie's going to come to realise, oh no, I've got no power in this house anymore, after he's made the replacement nominee. And then Brent's going to quickly realise, oh, Frenchie's got no power, which kind of means I have no power. But maybe they won't realise that. Maybe they'll just continue to think that they have power, and this week will derail even further. There's no way of telling what's going to happen this week, and I love it so much. It's been fantastic feed so far this week. But yeah, that's Brent kind of going on a power trip right now, sort of going, you know, Travis is going to become later trouble down the line. They're just sizing up everyone as if like they are the gods of the Big Brother house, and yeah, I don't think so. Yes, the BB balcony might have belonged to the BB neighbour last year, Dr. Will, who is a BB god. But let me tell you something so far. Brent and Frenchie are not BB gods. Not yet, anyway. Frenchie seems to be doing the rounds and going around asking people, you know, look, if Travis ends up on the block next to Alyssa, who are you guys going to vote out? And most fingers are pointing towards Travis. A lot of people were kind of going in circles, not wanting to really answer that question for Frenchie right now because, you know, look, it's still a while to go, you know, until actual eviction night. But I get it, you know, the veto ceremony's coming around soon and you've got to sort of be a bit aware of what's going on. I think Frenchie's just trying to be in control of everything, as you would as the HOH. You just want your week to go smoothly as possible. But yeah, a lot of people were going in circles and kind of avoiding the question, but eventually got around to Travis. And then there was always talk as well of, you know, look, if the veto isn't used and it's Alyssa and Kyland on the block, who are you going to send home there? And I know that Tiffany and Sarah Beth were both sort of discussing with Frenchie that it would probably be Kyland in that case, which is strange because earlier in the week it would have been Alyssa. Everything's going backwards and forwards, and this is a sign of a good season. Nothing's just like, okay, Cody's the head of household, Janelle and Kesa are on the block, Janelle's going out, or whoever. You know, I know that wasn't the case last year, but it kind of felt like that. You know, a very much like, okay, this is the head of household. Tyler wants this person out, so this person's gone. Cody's head of household, he wants this person out. Memphis is head of household, and so on until it's just those left at the end. And then we finally got our blind side at the end with Nicole Franzel being the only blind side of the season. So that was kind of interesting at the end, but it kind of gets repetitive when you're watching that for 3 months on end. And so far it's looking like that's not going to be the case with BB23, so hip hip hooray, let's go. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. I am thoroughly enjoying making all these live feed updates again. It just puts the biggest smile on my face, and just watching Big Brother again is just so much fun. I know you guys love Big Brother too, and if you guys are anything like me, you will have really enjoyed this week so far as well, just for the entertainment value and the shock value and just the fact that we don't even know what's going to come next. So bring on today, day 6. Let's get it, guys. But again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're all staying safe out there, staying healthy and staying positive. Be kind to one another. In the meantime, though, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Do all of that stuff. But until your next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.